All right, let's hit the field.
All right.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
Today is July 10th, and the Yankees were trying to get back in the win column against the Tampa Bay Rays in Game 2 of a 3-game set. Marcus Stroman was on the mound, and the Yankees offense was trying to get going. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is NYY Recaps.
Welcome to Yankee Stadium.
Just when they thought I was out, they pull me back in.
All right. Finally breaking back out the fun hat here. Release the pressure valve, everyone. The Yankees finally won a game. That is 1 in a row, 2 more, and we've got ourselves a winning streak. I would not have handled a blown save there very well. 1,000% I would have turned my TV off with a hammer. Very hard-earned victory. You now have a chance to win the series tomorrow with Nestor Cortes on the mound and be feeling good when you roll into a series with the Baltimore Orioles on Friday. Lineup change tonight. Verdugo was in the leadoff spot. Ben Rice in the number 4 spot. Not a great omen for Verdugo. Swung at the first pitch and popped it up. But as you can see by the victory hat on my head, it was not predictive of the game to follow. Offense was definitely nothing to write home about. Grisham had, I believe, the only extra base hit for the Yankees tonight. It was a double. He had a couple of ribbies. Yankees only had 6 hits tonight, but they got it done. Volpe had a line drive single, couple of broken bats. Juan Soto had a couple of better at-bats than we've seen from him recently. He picked up a multi-hit game. He needed that. Also, he had the Yankees' first stolen base since June 14th, 21 games. DJ LeMahieu had a rough night. Not only was he 0 for 2, but he fouled a ball off of his own face.
Now you don't know what pain is!
Also got hit by a pitch in the hand. Luke Weaver had 5 very big outs tonight. Aaron Judge had 1 hit. He has not done much damage at all in July. Trevino actually threw a runner out at second. Ben Rice was in the cleanup spot. He went 0 for 4. Trent Grisham had an amazing game-saving catch in the bottom of the 8th, and the Yankees finally get back in the win column. Orioles lost tonight, so the Yankees do gain a game back in the standings. They are 2.5 back. Let's talk a little bit about Marcus Stroman. He got off to a solid start tonight. Not an outstanding performance by any means. He had 4 scoreless innings to begin the game. Wasn't lights out. He scattered about 4 or 5 hits. I thought he was mixing his pitches pretty well. He was pitching like Marcus Stroman pitches, more often than not. He was sinking it. He was cutting it. He was up and down. He was in and out, and he was getting some soft contact. But he also gave up some hits, some ground balls with eyes on this AstroTurf there that snuck through. 5th inning, he kind of hit a wall. Rays got on the board. He left with 1 out and just 84 pitches. Nice job from Tim Hill to come in and bail him out of trouble. Not Stroman's best outing, not his worst outing. You'd like him to get deeper into the game, but at least he walked off the mound with a lead, which is more than you can say for most Yankees pitchers recently. Now 19 starts on the season, 3.51 ERA, 105 innings pitched, 78 strikeouts, 47 walks, 1.32 whip. So nice job from Marcus Stroman. Good enough. I used to have a coworker who was extremely lazy and would say, good enough is good enough. The Trop, let's talk about the Trop. The Trop is a disgrace, an absolute pile of junk. Worst ballpark in baseball. I know a lot of people don't like Oakland, but at least it's got sunshine. The catwalks are a joke. The lighting is terrible. The camera angles suck. The turf is ugly to look at. It's all mismatching. It's like a baseball stadium and a nuclear bunker had a baby and then neglected it. Ambiance was not a consideration in this place at all. Never has been from day one. I remember when it opened up. Closest thing that they have to ambiance is that fish tank full of stingrays. Nothing says sunny Florida like a baseball stadium with zero natural light. So I wanted to show you guys supposedly what the new stadium is going to look like One of the reasons I like watching baseball is to see all the unique ballparks. And I actually think I'm going to enjoy watching games at their new ballpark. You see the glass windows letting the natural light in. The bullpens are beyond the fences instead of being in play, down foul territory as they are now. I love the lighting design that they have here behind the outfield fences going vertically and then intersecting above the diamond. It's just a pretty slick ballpark, and I am here for it. I am tired of watching games in the Trop, and I will not miss it one bit when it is gone. Let's talk a little bit about this streak that we've been on. Whoops, I clicked the wrong button over there. One more time. There we go. In the movie The Green Mile, there's a character named John Coffey, and he's played by Michael Clark Duncan, who died a couple years back. He's kind of this gentle giant who was wrongly convicted of murder, but he has some supernatural abilities. Spoiler here, but it's a pretty old movie. At the end of the movie, the jail guard, played by Tom Hanks, offers him the ability to escape and be free rather than be executed because he recognized that this guy's got some pretty awesome abilities. He declines, and Tom Hanks is like, what? Huh? And then he says, "I'm tired, boss." That quote has been on my mind a lot lately with this 6-17 stretch or whatever, now 7-17. I'm just tired of the losing. I'm tired of the body language. I'm tired of talking about Carlos Rodon. I'm tired of talking about Clay Holmes, the feeble at bats, the ground outs to short, the blown saves, how old DJ LeMahieu looks, the double plays, the J.D. Davis acquisition, the Caleb Fergusons. Normally I would say that this team needs a laugher, but that's not the case at all because they've had a couple of blowout wins. What this team needed was a close game that they could win. You know, they've had a number of close games that they've lost, blown some saves late. What they needed was to hang on to a tight lead, and it doesn't get much tighter than 2-1. Just what the doctor ordered. They were out hit, but the starting pitcher left the ball game with the lead. The bullpen was able to hold it, and that's how baseball is supposed to work. Recently, I do think that we've seen some positive signs. Luis Gil threw the ball well the other night. Juan Soto had a couple of hits today. Luke Weaver has been really, really good. He has emerged as an outstanding pitcher in the bullpen. Verdugo has been better. DJ LeMahieu has been a little bit better lately. So hopefully this win jumpstarts something and you can win a series tomorrow before you head to Baltimore for what is a crucial series as you head into the All-Star break. That's going to be must-watch TV. I think we might do some watch parties for that. Anyway, let's move on to the recap. Looks like the chat is filling up a little bit here.
Let's get it going.
As I mentioned, a couple of positive signs from the Yankees early on. After the Verdugo pop-up, Juan Soto, who's been in a big funk, had one of the best at-bats that we've seen from him in weeks, and he picked up a line drive base hit. He got stranded, but it's the best at-bat that he's had in a few days, in my opinion. Top two, Volpe also roped a line drive single to right field. That's the type of hit we want to see from him. You know, he's somebody that when he was clicking, he was so vital to this offense. Setting up Judge, setting up Soto, making things happen on the bases with his legs. He was so crucial to this team. And since he's been in a funk, the Yankees have really been in a funk, and I think he might be one of those guys that's kind of like a spark plug. When he goes, the team goes. So we need to get him going. He did break a couple of bats, had a couple of weak at-bats, but he did pick up a nice base hit. Tonight he was, 1 for 4 with a run scored. Now hitting .249 with a .677 OPS. I think he's better than that. For a while he was hovering around .290, but man, he has just been in an awful slump. He's got to get it going. Grisham got him in with an opposite field double off the top of the wall. Grisham had a great game. Top four, Gleyber Torres walked and then advanced to third base on a throwing error with one out and then scored on a sac fly from Grisham. Second RBI of the game. Rays got a run in the bottom of the fifth, and then they got Stroman out of the game. But Tim Hill did an awesome job to come in and pitch out of the jam. Call me crazy, but Tim Hill has been one of those few bright spots. I feel like he's got something to him. That funkiness that he throws with, there might be something there, especially against lefties. He put 2 runners on in the 6th, but nice move by Aaron Boone to go out and get Luke Weaver, who got a double play to get out of it.
Double kill.
Weaver pitched himself into and out of trouble in the 7th, got out of a jam with a big strikeout from Randy Rosarena, and I was very tempted to give Weaver the belt. I had Weaver all set up for the belt, but things changed. Tommy Kahnle got into trouble in the 8th inning. I've lost pretty much all faith that I ever had in Tommy Kahnle. Clay Holmes came in to pitch in the bottom of the 8th, and Trent Grisham bailed him out with a phenomenal catch in right center field. Saved 2 runs, saved the game, and the Yankees hang on to win finally.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
A dub is a dub. Wayne Wilcox says that Hill looks good. He throws strikes. Been a long time since we've seen this little jingle, huh? This little ditty. Yankees win. All right, let's give out the belt because I think there's only one man, and it's no mystery tonight. It was almost Luke Weaver. For a minute, Tim Hill had a chance, but ultimately, Grisham ran it down. It's amazing. People are still complaining in the chat after a win. I see Boone has to go. I see people crapping on Ben Rice, who's been one of our only decent hitters yesterday. He's a rookie. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts today. First time hitting in the cleanup spot. That's got to be a lot of pressure. I'm not gonna eat his lunch over one bad game. Grisham, really, really solid performance. He stepped up. He's not hitting for much of a batting average. He's only hitting 176. But look at his OPS, 652, which is, that's higher than Gleyber Torres. It's higher than Oswaldo Cabrera. It's not far off from, Verdugo and Volpe. Take a look at the box score tonight. See, the Yankees got out hit 10-6. Verdugo, 0 for 4. Soto, 2 for 4. Judge, 1 for 4 with a couple of strikeouts. Rice, 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. Cabrera came in to play third, did not get an at-bat. Torres, 1 for 3 with a walk. Volpe, 1 for 4. Grisham, 1 for 3 with 2 ribbies. Trevino, 0 for 3, but he did throw out a runner. And LeMahieu, 0 for 2 with a foul ball off the face. Stroman, 4 1/3 innings. He scattered 7 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Was pitching to contact tonight. You would have liked him to go deeper into the game, but, Yankees had to do what they had to do to preserve the win there. Tim Hill with a big performance in the 5th. Luke Weaver, 1 2/3 scoreless innings, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Tommy Kahnle, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He's got a 2.76 ERA. And Holmes, 1 1/3 innings with 2 strikeouts, 2.89 ERA. First save in over a month. That's hard to believe, guys, that your closer can go more than a month without picking up a save. Carlos Alvarez says, Yankees fans complaining after a win are the worst. Yeah, enjoy the win. We haven't had many of them lately. Come on, let's celebrate the win, all right?
Absolutely. Hey.
Tantau says he needs our starters to go deep in the game. 4 innings are not cutting it. We are putting a lot of pressure on the bullpen right now. I still think the Yankees are going to go out and get a bullpen pitcher, whether it's Tanner Scott, whether it's, Michael Kopech. I've heard that it might not be David Robertson. First of all, the Rangers have picked it up recently. I think they've won 5 in a row. I don't know what they've done tonight, but they've been picking it up recently. They got Mad Max back. So I don't know if they're going to unload, but anyway, Robertson had some issues at the end of his tenure that, might keep the Yankees from bringing him back that I found out about. That I'm not sure I can talk about. I'm not sure if it's public or not, but yeah, he's not coming back. Maybe Chad Green if the Blue Jays decide to pack it in. Somebody that we could use that can throw at least, one good high leverage inning once in a while. I don't know if he's the multi-inning guy anymore, but, he's somebody we could use. There's probably other guys out there that we haven't even heard of. Tim Hill was not somebody that was on my radar. I'm sure there's guys like that out there. that the Yankees can pick up. But they definitely need some help. Be interesting if they could pick up a starting pitcher. Obviously, you do have Clark Schmidt coming back, but we have not been getting a ton of innings out of the rotation. I still think they might do a little bit of selling. Would not surprise me if they traded Gleyber Torres or if they traded Carlos Rodon. I know he's got a no-trade clause. I know that the Yankees would have to eat some money, but he's got some value to other teams because they might think he just needs a change of scenery. And I'm definitely an advocate for that. So, anyway. Hugo Porter says, you're right, a win is a win, but this one feels like a Band-Aid to a bone fracture. Hey, it is what it is. Can only look at the W in the win column and, take it in stride. You got a chance to win the series tomorrow. You build on the positive momentum. But I'm seeing some positive signs. Verdugo's been hitting the ball harder. Didn't have a great night tonight. Obviously 0 for 4. But he's not a 242 hitter. He's a better player than that. Judge can only stay quiet for so long. He's in one of those slumps like he was in April with the power, only 1 home run in July. He's going to come around soon. He's too good not to. We know Rice can hit at the major league level. We know that Volpe, when he gets hot, is a difference maker, and I think he's going to get hot again at some point. So there are some positives. Nestor Cortez on the mound tomorrow. I feel like he generally pitches pretty well against the Rays. I could be wrong on that, but I in my mind, I have images of him striking out Rays hitters, so I feel pretty good about him. Let's take a few comments here. Jake York says, redemption save with the extra out. We needed that save, man. That was big. But Grisham really bailed him out. Holmes tried his best to blow that save. Grisham bailed him out with a big catch in center field. Got a super chat here from Tim W. Let's get the super chat up there. Says, since the Verdugo homer in Boston on June 14th, the Bombers are 0-7-1 in series. Really hope the Yankees win a series tomorrow. Appreciate it, Tim. I'll be the money! Tony Wilson says, Derek, I saw on a Yankees site where the Yankees quote-unquote fans are saying the Judge is terrible. Absolutely pathetic fans. You have to keep in mind that a lot of people are very reactionary. Also, a lot of people are drunk all the time. That impairs your brain. A lot of people are just drunk. A lot. A wise man once told me, whenever you read a newspaper headline where someone did something crazy, or you read a really, really messed up comment, or somebody does or says something really dumb, just add 5 words to it. And they were fucked up. And it helps make a lot of sense of a lot of things, So you can't worry about what people are saying in online forums. The biggest thing you got to look at with Judge is the numbers. I mean, the man just puts up numbers. He's in a little bit of a funk right now. He's not going to hit 400 for the season. He's not going to hit 85 home runs. But, he does a great job. All right, let's get a few more thoughts in. Wrap this thing up here. All right. Jay Apollo says, can't wait for Livy Dunn to convince Paul Skeens to sign with the Yankees when he becomes a free agent. Come on, let's be real. In 6 years, do we really think his arm is still going to be attached to his body? How often do you see guys come up and throw 102, 103 for 5-6 years? I don't know. I think he's a exploding UCL waiting to happen. Wayne Patrick says, need at least 2 starting pitchers on a 6-man rotation. Yankees are not going to go with a 6-man rotation. They never do. Erik Gaming says, show us the shaved head. And he tipped $2 to see it. There we go. There it is. Got a little stubble coming in. I've had to sunscreen my head. I went out, I like to go out in the afternoon or in the morning when it's, mid-morning and either listen to an audiobook while I, throw tennis balls for my dog or have lunch or just kind of just sit there and meditate and relax. And I've noticed the last few days, I'm usually only out for 15, 20 minutes. My head has stung a little bit. So, I'm like, all right, I got to put sunscreen on my dome now. Otherwise, I'm going to get a sunburn. I've never had to do that before. But anyway, Seen a lot of people saying that Cashman needs to beg for Don Mattingly. The Yankees have had multiple chances to hire Don Mattingly, and they haven't done it. So I don't think that it's going to happen. If the Yankees choose to replace Aaron Boone this winter, like if another collapse happens, and as Michael Kay says, somebody pays for it with their job, I don't think it would even be Mattingly then. I think it would be Alex Cora, or somebody like Shelley Duncan, or I could see a more established manager. But I really don't even think they're going to get rid of Boone. They love Boone. I don't even think that if they collapse again that they'll blame Boone. But Cashman might get blamed. If you have a $300 million payroll, you got to do better than what the Yankees have been putting out there recently. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. Voicemail show tomorrow. Also, help us get to 50,000. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll be on with the voicemail show in the morning. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you when I see you. Hey everybody, we are on a mission for 50,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the season. When we get there, we're going to give away some cool prizes. We're going to give away an official Yankees pinstripe jersey of your choice, 4 tickets to a Yankees game, plus some NYY Recaps merch. It takes 1 click and it's free. So if you watch every video, double check that you are subscribed. If you love the podcast, subscribe. Heck, even if you hate the podcast, hate me, hate the Yankees, hate my cat, who cares? Subscribe anyway so somebody can win these prizes. And we'll see you next time.
Ball game